How's it going, everyone? PC here, bringing you my first impressions on the game Evertried, a tile-based tactical RPG roguelite where you move around on a 7x7 grid while defeating enemies, avoiding hazards, and making sure you don't die, which is easier said than done as this game is brutal in terms of difficulty. In this game, you are a wandering soul of a warrior, and now you must prove to the gods that you are indeed a true warrior, as you must fight various enemies as you ascend in the tower, as the game calls it. So as you can see, the game is all isometric tile-based movement, which the game gives you 3 different control options, one being custom, which you can map it to however you like. You also have inverted controls and normal controls, which is what I prefer to use. But regardless, each floor is a 7x7 grid, and you can move in any 4 directions using either the D-pad or the analog. There is also a dash button which lets you skip a tile, and of course you have the skill button which allows you to use your abilities, which I will get into that in a little bit. But yeah, that's basically all you need to know in terms of how the game controls, yet you're probably wondering how the game actually plays. Well, the game is all turn-based, yet it plays similarly to the Mystery Dungeon games, where when you move, so do your enemies. Also, when an enemy draws close to you, that is when you are able to attack the enemy. However, the same rule applies if you get close to the enemy yourself, which you want to try to avoid as much as possible because you die in just a few hits. And that's what makes this game really hard to get into. Now, you can take your time and carefully plan out each movement, which you'll want to do as some enemies have different abilities and different patterns. However, you'll want to focus on your focus meter, no pun intended, which is indicated on the top left of your screen, as it depletes if you don't defeat an enemy fast enough. So yeah, it's vital in this game to fill up your focus meter, because the more you keep it filled up, the more you level it up. Maxing out your focus meter gauge makes it so that monsters drop more shards, which is currency in this game. The shards can be used to purchase health replenishes, modifiers, and skills in the shop. The modifiers are essentially your special abilities that are automatic and become stronger based on your focus level, whereas skills are essentially abilities that can only be used by raising your charge meter, which is indicated on the right under your health meter. Once your charge meter fills up, you can press the X button to cast which skill you want to use. Now, starting off, you can only purchase one skill, but as you defeat the bosses, you'll gain another skill container. Also, word of advice, do not purchase this random skill thingy because it randomly kills anything, including you. Seriously. And this brings me to one of the most frustrating things about this game. Every time you die, not only do you lose all your modifiers, shards, and abilities, but you go back to the very beginning. And this honestly makes it hard for me to recommend this game to just anyone. While Evertried can be fun, and it has a beautiful presentation in terms of story, and the overall design is mostly appealing, it is certainly not a game for those who are just looking for a relaxing experience. Evertried is a game that requires you to figure it out, or else you are not going to have a good time. While it does do a great job of explaining everything, it has a rough learning curve for players who aren't used to this kind of challenge. Hell, even I had a hard time with this game, and I only made it to the 12th floor, and that's just me doing the best that I can. While I get the nature of roguelikes and that you're only as good as your next run, I unfortunately don't have the time to sit here and play to get good, as I have a job and other games that I need to get around to reviewing. So yeah, Evertried is good. With its presentation, its enriching story, and the gameplay offers that old school challenge if you're looking for it. Evertried is available now for purchase for PC and consoles. Special thanks to Danjin Entertainment for sending me a review copy for this game, and I appreciate the developers, the artists, and the composers for putting the best effort that they possibly can to make this game as good as it is. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. This has been PC signing off, and I'll see you all in the next video.